Hello, Tiago. Thank you very much. First of all, for coming over, especially to Belgium to do your presentation. I mean, straight from Brazil. And thank you also for sharing your passion and your love for your country with our clients, with our travelers who attended this show today. What's your impression?
Well, I'm in love of Belgium. Thank you for such a kindness. It's a beautiful country. The little I have seen, and I love the enthusiasm of the people today. Watching my speech.
Okay,
and I truly believe that I convince people to come to visit Brazil.
I think so, because if you love Belgium, I can tell you Belgians love Brazil for sure. You are a guide. I mean, you're passionate about your country. Where do you mostly operate?
I'm based in Rio de Janeiro, but I operate all over Brazil. In some cases also Chile, Argentina, but it's mostly Brazil. That's my focus.
Okay. In your show today, we saw different areas. I mean, in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, of course. I mean, an emblematic city, metropolis. I mean, that's where you live.
Correct. I live exactly between the Christ and the Sugarloaf Mountain.
Okay.
But my favorite place in Brazil, besides Rio, is also Pantanal, that I spoke about. The jaguars, the wildlife. It's a very large area that floods. So
when can you visit it? Because I think it's not accessible the whole year, is it?
It is accessible.
Okay, but it's very popular and it's hard to get in.
The best time to go actually is between May and October, because that's the time we can spot more jaguars.
Have you seen jaguars?
Many times. Actually, I've seen jaguars 60 kilometers away from Rio.
Okay.
Yes.
It's true that we don't often associate Brazil with wildlife. It's not, I mean, except for the Pantanal, there's no many places where you will watch the animals.
No, Pantanal, it's a lot of places to watch the animals.
Okay.
The difference that in the Amazon, you might have even more, but there's so much trees. The woods are so, I mean, the animal sees you, but you're not going to see them. So the best thing to bird watching, wildlife lovers, I would say is Pantanal. But if you're doing Pantanal, you should stay at least 3 days in the Amazon to feel the forest, how she breathes.
Because I was going to ask, what are your favorite places? I understand that is Rio. You have the Pantanal. Now you mentioned the Amazon.
Correct.
I mean, but there's so many other highlights.
Exactly. Jericoacoara, Paraty, Salvador. I not even spoke about the historical cities of the old Vila Rica. Today is called Ouro Preto.
Minas Gerais.
Exactly, Minas Gerais. I don't know if you know,
but Falls of Iguaçu.
Falls of Iguaçu also must, because Foz do Iguaçu, it's a win-win situation. You visit Brazil and you visit Argentina, you can do it in the same day. Yes, and coming back to Minas Gerais, it's where we'll take most of the most semi-precious stones in Brazil. A lot of quartz, citrine, amethyst. We have everything to offer in Brazil. Besides snow. Snow, we don't have it.
No, not
but the rest we have it.
And then we mentioned places to see, but there are also things to do and to eat. I mean, what about the food? Brazil is a fantastic place, no?
That's the point. Everybody in the audience today, any Belgian could be a Brazilian. We have so much influence all over the world. So if I take a picture of you, put on a Brazilian passport, nobody will doubt it. You can say, I'm from Curitiba.
Exactly.
Yes. So.
Except maybe for the kindness, because what I know is that the Brazilians are incredibly friendly people. And that is something that touches us Belgians. I mean, when we go abroad, when we go to Brazil, I mean, you communicate with the people and it's really getting emotional, because the Brazilians are just so friendly.
Exactly.
Are you aware of that?
Yes, I'm aware, because I live abroad a long time, part-time of my life. So I remember coming back to Rio from the airport, for example, going straight to steakhouse. I was hugging the waitress and everybody, because they have smile. Of course, people from airports don't laugh too much. They have a serious job. But as soon as you leave the airport, taxi drivers are funny. The tour guides are passionate about their work, because to be a tour guide, you have to love what you do. And that's what I do.
And I think the Cariocas, the people who live in Rio, also in love with their city.
Oh, Cariocas, actually, they're maybe a little bit snob. They know what they live. So Rio de Janeiro is kind of a mecca. Once you're Brazilian, you have to visit Rio de Janeiro once in your life. So there we receive probably 13 million of Brazilians per year.
Okay.
And not even 5 million foreigners. And that's why I'm here to invite people to come over to
Thank
Brazil.
you.
We
Thank
do
you
our
very
job
much.
better and better and every day.
And then last question, I mean, you as a carioca and as an official guide, I mean, the one spot that you will only share with your best friends very confidentially, the one spot that you don't want everybody to know, but that you would advise people to go and visit or to do in Brazil?
For example, people, if you go to Brasilia, people go for the architecture.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, in Brasilia, you can rent a car and go to Chapada. Chapada is a beautiful national park, and they have different hikes. That's something I will share only to my friends. Okay, don't tell much people.
We're only among friends here.
Yeah, yes, I know.
Thank you very much, Tiago. Muito obrigado.
Eu que agradeço. Obrigado a todos. Thank everybody.
And we'll see you in Brazil very soon.
Yes, I can't wait for that.